we had Steve on our podcast, and of course the line goes dead. He goes into emergency room. And he goes, that was the nurse. And because it was an emergency. I'm not making this up. And he goes, can you get me back on this podcast? It's an emergency. And the lady did it. And then they went dead again. He went back in and did it again.
Wait.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Yeah, Steve Casey, he and Wahoo saw a UFO, and Emil Mascaras saw a UFO. UFO somewhere around Austin, Texas. So we're talking to him about the Austin, Texas, and the line goes dead. And we can't figure out what happened. And then it comes back on, and there's, oh, I'm sorry, oops. And
We got expensive.
we got UFOs and everything. And we look around, there's nurses behind him. And he went into emergency room because it was an emergency. He had to get back on the podcast. And so the nurse got him on, and then he went out again. He went back in the emergency room and got it on again. Yeah.
Well, that's
so if we go out here, I'll go to the emergency room.
You're not gonna get to an emergency room. Yeah, I don't know.
Might get to a UFO.
Well, you might get in a UFO, but yeah, maybe Starlink will.
He got so mad at Gerald Briscoe. He goes, Gerald was like, "What were they doing, Scott?" He goes, "I don't know. Maybe they're going to 7-Eleven. I don't." I'm like, "You're the one that saw the UFO. Okay, don't get mad at us."
Oh Lord, I knew this.
There's nothing better than interviewing a bunch of old wrestlers that are used to rotary dial telephones trying to get on Zoom. Tim White was trying to get on our Zoom call with us, and he was coming out here to Texas to do something with Stone Cold, and he got mad at us, told us to fuck off, hung up, and then died like 2 weeks later.
Oh, golly.
Yeah.
I was with him
When he died?
I was.
Were you really?
You were that weekend. Yes.
What? Really?
Yeah. He was living in Florida, and like one of the only few things he did anymore was do appearances, and he would always come and do my personal appearances, with me. And he drove out here, so I think it was actually in Houston, and like I came in late, and like him and another WWE representative were having dinner at the hotel, and I came in, I joined them for dinner, and had a couple drinks afterwards, and like I could tell, he wasn't in his normal Tim White self, and he went to bed, and I come down the next morning, and I'm like, "Where's Tim?" And he's like, "No, he hadn't come down yet." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Tim?" Like Tim's always the first one.
Always.
No matter how much you drank
yeah.
or whatever you'd done the night before. I mean, he traveled with Andre all those years, right?
Right.
What he was doing that night, the night before, was nothing compared to what he'd been through.
That's right.
And I was like, something ain't right. And but I had to go to this appearance. I said, y'all need to find out where Tim's at, because this is not. And so I end up going to the appearance, and it was like a 4-hour deal. I'm an hour or so in. I'm like, "Have y'all heard from Tim?" And they were like, yeah. I think the hotel went and opened his door, right? And I'm like, now I'm starting to really think, and I think they are, by then they'd already found out. I don't think they wanted to tell me until afterwards, but it was crazy.
That's when he passed away.
Yeah, he had passed away that night.
Wow.
In his hotel room, man.
What a good dude he was.
He was the best.
I loved him.
He was absolutely the best. He and I, we had a pact. He goes, I'm gonna hang around as long as you do. And I said, all right, well, I'm gonna hang around as long as you do. And just always had such, he had such love for the business. And the guy, he had to have had love for the business to let you and Ron in his bar.
That's right. That's right. And he would always, we'd walk in, there'd be pictures of me and Ron in the very front, and like Andre's pictures would be in the back. We're going, "Tim, you're not fooling us." Okay, come on.
It's like Ribera in Tokyo,
That's
right?
That's
Whoever
right.
was on tour, they moved the pictures up front.
Pictures were in the very front. Yeah. Tim was so. Him and Arnie were so cool. They were just God Almighty. Arnie Scollin was just the best.
He was awesome.
I remember we got Arnie so worked up one time he was going to beat up Lou Albano in the card. We had to back Arnie off. We got him too worked up.
You got him too?
Yeah, he literally went looking for him.
Arnie loved me, especially in the 90s, right? Because when I first came in the night, it was really bizarre, the amount of flowers, flowers, roses and stuff that women sent me early on in the 90s. It was crazy. Like if I was like on a 15-day loop, I bet I got
I
flowers.
didn't know that. I didn't know you got flowers like crazy.
Oh, it was nuts. The things that I got sent to me are like there's some really.
Did they think you were actually dead? Like
Yeah,
they
they were all into the.
You got blood one time, didn't you?
Yes,
Yeah, I was there when you got the blood.
Yeah, but it started as simple enough with just flowers, and then the flowers they would be painted black and just all the stuff. But anyway,
They'd paint the flowers
they
black.
would paint the flowers black, man.
Did you ever see the people that sent them?
No, no, they just send them.
I bet they saw him. They were
I mean,
probably
they were. I mean,
Oh my
obviously
God.
right
they were.
outside the
I would just
window,
want to
like-
see them. Like, we got
They were obviously. I mean, there were a lot of times there were numbers and stuff, but like I don't want to send. I don't want to call somebody who's got sending me flowers, black flowers on the road. But when they were just normal flowers, and Arnie was there, and we were on the East Coast, I would always give them to Arnie, and he'd take them home.
Of course he would. Of course he would. Of course he would.
And it got to the point where it would be like, "Hey kid, there's some flowers in the production office for you," and I was like, "They're yours, Arnie." He's like, "Ah, that's great. Betty's loves them."
I think Arnie's still getting paid off White Plains
Oh,
to this day.
He probably is
He's
still getting a cut.
Yeah.
Oh my
He and
gosh.
Tim used to like go by us. When I was with Wendell, we drive 100 miles an hour everywhere. We'd pass them, every time. They'd set this cruise like 3 miles over. Me and Wendell would go flying by them. We had to stop off, take a leak. We'd pass them again. We'd pass them like 4 or 5 times on the way to Evertown. And they'd just be cool. They'd just drive, just wave to us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They were the best.
Oh man.
Timmy was the one. He and that hockey goon that was down in Cape Cod. They're the ones that Vince brought in that made sure that people didn't steal from him. Remember, Timmy was the guy that count the money.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They're the ones that made sure that cash business back then that people didn't steal from Vince.
Yeah. Timmy was quite the businessman. Once he figured out y'all's gig,
That's right.
when
Oh
Timmy
my God.
when Timmy would need something done at the bar,
Dude,
he would say he would offer up the
Yeah.
friendly tap for
Yeah.
you guys to come in
come
and
and
shoot a
destroy
He
video.
had a nanotube television they replaced with like a digital television back in the 90s. They didn't even have digital back in the 90s. And he told us, he goes, "Guys, please break the television and the jukebox." He had a jukebox that didn't even work. He got a new like laser
That's
jukebox, whatever the
genius.
hell you called him. And Vince told him, he goes, "I know I was buying a whole new bar, my God." Because Timmy gave us a list of stuff to break.
oh, that's smart.
Yeah, we had a guy, and we had to break the jukebox. And I said, the guy says, one of the workers extra says, "My back's hurt." And Ron goes, "Yeah, you throw him through the jukebox." I go, "Okay." So I threw him through the jukebox. That's how Tim got a new jukebox. Some extra had his back hurt. And I thought, well, that'll help him, probably.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah,
If nothing else,
I
I'll
mean,
get
how
Tim a
much
jukebox.
money and stuff do you think y'all destroyed?
Oh my God, we
Because
destroyed
everything, right? Like,
Yeah, the lights. He said my lights are no good. So at the very end of it, I forgot that I didn't tear down the lights. I just reached up and grabbed the light and tore it down. And he goes, "Man, thank you for doing that. I need a new light." And he put that on the bill to Vince.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
He had the back room back there where him and Arnie used to play cards.
Oh man, did you ever play gin with Arnie?
A little bit, yes, but I was not any good at gin, so I didn't want to.
I was good at gin. I was good at gin. Arnie was man. He was tough to beat.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was, man. What a shark! What a shark he was. I guess all those years with Andre and
He's like those old guys like Akbar. Akbar never watched the match. Guys come back. How was it? Ag go, "Sounded great." You gotta be kidding. Arnie never watched a match. Not one match.
no, he went. He took care of the gate.
Yeah.
Took care of and then played card and took money off of the boys. That was,
That's right.
oh my goodness.